Hi, we are the group number 2, and our work here is the lack of resources in teaching English, foreign language, strategies and challenges in resource-limited contexts. We are Carpio, Natalia, Idrovo, and Liz, Nieto. And our introduction. Teaching English as a foreign language has increased its importance in Ecuador since the last decade, and the ways to make the students understand the subject matter. Well, in this part, we talk about our context and the teaching English situation. The Ecuadorian curriculum has implemented some changes to help teachers to deliver the knowledge, comfortable, motivate, and find valuable in understanding and know how to communicate in a foreign language. These changes have helped teachers to deliver the knowledge to students, but in the study we want to develop a major cause to help teachers to improve in the situation of the resources. The context of low resources environments such as limited access to learning resources and low economy sufficiency implies that various factors negatively affect the capacity to learn. And
on the other hand, the lack of language learning resources and qualified English, a teacher is an impacting factor. Is as in adopting of the teacher with limited knowledge of English, and in rural areas, the use of general and educational technologies is scarce. Of course, this challenge is not limited to the field of the English language teaching, but also extend to other areas. In this case, tools such as English textbook are a clear indicator for students living in regions that are limited in carrying out this type of activities. In fact, there's a limit to the ability of online materials, science data frequently use on smartphones, and consequently they have limited opportunity to access them. As a result, many students perform less academically and expect due to their location and the limited resources. About the objective and research question, we have the lack of educational resources affecting EFL learning and the strategy that can improve English teaching resolve limited content as a part of the objectives. What about the research? Is that how often do you EFL teachers use improved or self-made materials and resources limited classroom per week, and what percent of English as a foreign language teacher have access to English teaching resources?
Okay, continue. We have the methodology. From zero data to 2025, the quantitative resources based on the positive paradigm with release is objective and experimental reality. Basis of that, this is what we choose this approach because this study employs a quantitative approach that is objective at the same time measurable data on how the lack of educational resource affect English language learning in the classroom. Of that, I can mention it that the reason that we use this approach is the distributed population. How we will work with a population that very large, we will have to use a sample that we say the population that this studies is composed of high school students enrolled in the public education institution. The example will consist of 60 students selected through a no probabilistic evidence sampling method, so Lersano, to 2022. After that, the instrument that we can use is a questionnaire. This questionnaire was based from the instrument developed by Ali in 2020. That research is about the difficult phase of EFL student in backup. This we must to change the question based on our reality. After that, the data that we will obtain in this process, we use the statistics that will be relevant with tools as Excel that we utilize for this purpose. The reference that we use that we mentioned about Qualcell, about Rosetta, inclusive in the methodology of we use in the introduction to basis in this article. Thank you.